Let the record show that I forgot to put up Spellify and Enchant Worldle. I'm going to hold myself accountable. I have some terrible news, everybody. Well, I have some good news and I have some terrible news. And this is great because this gets the whole me talking about my diet and losing weight right out of the gates, so that if people want to skip this, they could just skip it real easy. Good news, your boy lost another 2 pounds. Currently on the trajectory of losing I think it averaged to like 2.78 pounds per week or something. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Happy to keep doing that. Terrible news though. One of this diet is entirely contingent on the fact that while my food is very much the same and enjoyable but restricted, the beverages I have available, pretty expansive. Not unlike James Turner's Cube. Although heartbreaking, this Gatorade Zero that I like, a single carb for this bottle. That sounds like nothing, but like this is terrible. I can't slam these bad boys. I have to log a Gatorade Zero. Which I guess in its own way is kind of helpful, because then it's like, got it. Gatorade, the purple flavor, that's 2 grams of carbs. That's the most fucked up thing. The purple, if we're talking about the same one, the purple flavor's 2. Twice as much. This is so fucked up. I have to stick to water and diet soda, sugar-free soda. Anyways, I said I was going to do this thing, so I guess I'll do this thing. But yeah, that's pretty cool. We're at 34 pounds. I was rounding up, but I got to keep honest. 34 pounds over the past couple of months. That's pretty cool. Let's play a game. I'd like to play a game with you. Nyx Weaver. Oh, well, uncommon. That's a big ass uncommon. Holy. Damn, what are you feeding that uncommon? Scob Goliath. Okay. Creature, artifact creature. Presumably. Or an Eldrazi. Oh, Artisan of Kozilek? No, it is an 8 mana colorless creature. 8 mana artifact creature. At uncommon? That's an odd. It's going to be an odd card. And if it's 8 mana, it's an even card. I guess it could be 7. 7 mana. Oh god, now I have to think of all the really terrible artifact creatures from this era. At uncommon. Arcbound Lancer. Ooh! Ah, what do you mean? Okay, 7 mana artifact creature from 5th Dawn. That isn't a beast. Is there another Arcbound? I think the Wanderer is 6 mana. Yeah. Oh, it's a golem. Is that helpful at all? 7 mana, uncommon golem from 5th Dawn. Seven mana uncommon golem from 5th Dawn. Oh, what the fuck is this? 7 mana uncommon 5th Dawn artifact creature that happens to be a golem. Don't focus on the golem part too much, Ben. The golem part might be a little distracting. Because this wouldn't have had golem creature type on the line. 7 mana. 7 mana artifact. Oh, Lunar Avenger. It's Lunar Avenger. Oh, it did have golem on the type line. Oh, I forgot this had golem on the type line. All right, well. Who pulls this? Name one other Magic creator. And Mulder's getting up for me. She's so excited. Name one other Magic creator that can pull the Lunar Avenger. Nobody. Ain't nobody doing it like I'm doing it. A reference to Urza's Avenger? All right. Let's do this. Negate. Okay. Great. Oh. That is a lot. That is a lot. Is this a 5-color card? Or is it a... I feel like this could be a card that just has some double pips. Doesn't have haste. Is it Bladewing? It's not Bladewing the Risen, right? When Bladewing enters, you may... Oh, no, it is, because dragon creatures you control. Bladewing the Risen. And it's 3 double black, double red. Ah. You know, I should make a career out of doing this. Hi, Chad. How you doing? Jam Ethist. Weird name. Back for the 79th month. Hi, Angel. How you doing? How you been? How you doing? What up? I'm currently scheduling a visit with a cat sitter so that I can visit Angel in the next couple of weeks. It'll be fun. It'll be cool playing some Canadian Highlander. That's the least important part, but that's the part that's most relevant to chat. Oh yeah, there was a top. There was an episode of the Mechanics Rank from Tap Tap Concede that came out. Thank you for reminding me, Prob. I don't think chat cares about pants shopping. Maybe. I don't know. I'm really lucky that baggy pants are very in style. Baggy pants are very in style because I have lost enough weight that my pants no longer fit. Now, the issue is also my belt no longer fits. And so I need to buy, my thought is that I need to buy a new belt before I need to buy new pants, because I mean, I need to buy both probably, but I'm like not done doing this whole shifting sizes thing. And so, you know, I need to have pants that accentuate my slutty waist. I do look good in the kind of like joggers and you know, jogger, sweater, that kind of whole get up. But also I love a nice pant. I just love a nice pant. Mate, what if there's just like a 2-month period where I just pull a mat and ass and I wear nothing but like basketball shorts and baggy shirts? That would be smart. Anyways, what are we doing today, folks? Well, we're doing some cubing in the sense that I'm updating a cube. I'm gonna keep it a stack. We just Camp Cardboard just happened over the past week, which if you don't know what that was, we had a bunch of people come in to visit Victoria at the Loading Ready Run offices, and we recorded some content with the Spike Feeders, Good Luck High Five, and EDH Hijinks. So we had a bunch of people in the studio making a bunch of content, recording a bunch of fun stuff, filming a bunch of stuff, streaming a bunch of stuff. And that meant I had to leave my house at the crack ass of dawn every day to get there and record a podcast and be funny, man. And I got to tell you, I understand that that's a thing a lot of people do, waking up at 8 a.m. in the morning and leaving and going to the office and doing stuff. That's a thing a lot of people do. But guess what? I made some very conscious decisions in my life so that I didn't have to do that anymore. I made some very deliberate decisions in my line of work and lifestyle so that I didn't have to do that. And so, yeah, now I'm tired and I want an easy week. We got Vintage Cube coming back with some updates and some cool cards, and I wanted something to do on Monday. And frankly, I want something that I can crack out in 4 hours or so and then go play Pokopia. I'm going to go play a video game in my big comfy chair. Attack Cowboy for the 83rd month. Welcome back. How you doing? Can we put big hoots in the larger cube for James? Oh, most definitely. This is an interesting aspect. I'll get to that. Thank you for the 83 months, but Big Hoots is going to be added to this. So here's what's up. We have this cube. This is, I guess, the Decade Cube is what James described it as. I think the Decade Cube is an interesting, just like name for this type of cube. So this is the 2010's Decade Cube, where this is a cube composed of cards printed into standard from mainline sets, mainline expansions and core sets from M11 up until War of the Spark. And James loves this. James has been asking me about this cube. I'm like, dog, this is going to be the easiest, most fun thing to put together. This is just nostalgia, but not like in the too fashy way. In the like, isn't it nice to remember, you know, an era where capitalism was less of a feature of this game, just a little bit. Not completely devoid, that's impossible, but certainly there was a tad more artistry that went behind some of the, you know, decisions that are made here. Anyways, what I'm getting at is we got this cool cube, this 540 card cube. And this is a complete package. You could play this cube, have a ton of fun, have a great experience. You could put it together for like a reasonable amount of money. Especially if you're using, it's kind of funny because this is the case of like the original versions of the cards or the versions that you would want to use for this cube so that they looked like, you know, so that it was the edition that these cubes came out in for this era, right? So for instance, this is what, like LCI Commander Thassa, we use the Theros version. It's basically the same. And in some cases, even cheaper. You could put this cube together, have it for the rest of your Magic playing life. You could even leave the game and still play Cube because Cube will outlive Magic. And it would be a treat. But James was talking to me about different versions of the cube because 540 means that if you draft it with 8 people, standard 3 packs of 15, you are not going to see every card, which is interesting. That creates a different experience. But was curious if there was a more basic version of this that was at 360 cards and an expanded version up to 720. 720 effectively meaning that you could draft this entire cube across 2 pods of 8 players and use every single part of the pig. And I imagine that I will be doing the 360 version at some point in time. Even if I have time today, I don't know if I want to do it because that's like less fun. It's also just less of an interesting thing to look at. But the 720 for sure. I think there's some interesting things that we can do here, because not only, and people are going to get at me for this, but not only am I going to increase the size of the cube from 540 to 720 to give you effectively DLC for this cube, but we're also going to expand the sets that we have available. So initially this was M11 to War of the Spark. And when I talked to James about this cube, that's what he was looking to capture. He was looking to, my original suggestion was, I think you could include like a Lara block or M10 as a starting point and move on. And he was like, well, I really like Scars is when I started. I want to do that. And kind of said like, well, let's go with M11. That way we have some core set cards and we get all the Scars cards. Like it's just all the Scars cards. What is this? Me watching a series of movies on Friday night? That joke sucked, but that's okay. And he was talking to me about this and he was like, I was thinking about it. And even if you started in Scars, chances are you played with Zendikar cards, right? You might not have been buying the packs of Zendikar yourself, but you may have been playing with them in standard decks, or you know, your friends are playing with them, or they would be available at the shop. You're aware of them. So despite the fact that some of those sets are going to be dipping into 2009, and Magic players for some reason have a really hard time with understanding like if we're doing the Canadian Highlander 2025 championship in 2026, it's because we just went through the year 2025, of which we needed to determine a top 8. And so there are some cards that are technically from 2009, but think of it like a car. It's 2009, M10's out. Basically, we're going M10 forward. So this is going to include, like we're expanding the number of sets to include Zendikar, World Wake, Rise of the Eldrazi, and Core Set 2010. Magic the Gathering 2010. Which is not a massive amount of cards in total. I have the search here. It's adding an extra 831 cards. And this also, this number here doesn't include the fact that there are some cards like Acidic Slime that are already in the cube. Because they were printed in a later core set. But that's okay. That's not a massive pool to pull from. We're not going to exclusively be pulling from this, because there are some cards that I'm going to add from here that may incentivize including some other cards from within the original card pool, right? So just so we're on the same page, we're expanding the sets available from Magic 2010 up until War of the Spark. That sound good? That sounds great to me. God damn. 1 second. Victoria is a very pretty city, especially in the spring. But it is the city, it's a garden city because there's so many flowers and plants. And it rains. So the pollen gets up in the air and then the water washes it all around. It's great. I love it. Hello. We're expanding this card pool, as I mentioned. We are also including some cards that were within the original kind of what's the word I'm looking for? Collection of sets that we included in the first go around. Also, because well, this isn't really an also. This is more of just like I'm adding 220 cards to here. So, how are we going to divvy up 220 cards between the 5 colors of Magic, multicolored cards, colorless cards, and lands? I kind of hummed and hawed about how many of these I want, and realistically, how many can we have, right? Like, this is just effectively a block and a set. And so if I just flat added like 20 per and then figured out the rest, we might be lacking. Like colorless, I don't know how many more colorless cards we're going to have, basically, especially because a lot of the colorless here has been vamped from the Scars block and Kaladesh block. So I settled on this magic number. For white, blue, black, red, and green, we are adding 31 cards per color. So for that total, that's 3, 6, 9, 12, 15 plus 5. So 155 cards across WUBRG. Then we can add 30 from Multicolour. So that's 185, which means I need 40 more. And that 40 is going to come from 25 new lands and 15 new artifacts. I could also change this and do 32 per color. Actually, do I like that more? This is actually something, this is why I'm saving this explanation for now, because I want to do it with you. And I have a kooky little thing that I want to do, which I think is, don't worry, I'm not breaking any cube rules by doing this. It's cube. There are no rules. But I'm gonna do something a little cheeky. So I have some stuff that I'm building off to the side, and to figure out whether I want to do 31 or 32 here, and pull 5 cards from either the lands or the colorless, if I need to, is something that I'm going to figure out right now, because I would like to start, and I want to start with the lands actually, because I think lands are going to be interesting. Type land. So by adding Zendikar, we get access to fetch lands. So we get Arid Mesa, Marsh Flats, Verdant Catacombs, Scalding Tarn, and Misty Rainforest. Not to mention, James said, is my math off? Right, I'm at 540. I need 180. Oh, fuck. You'll have to excuse me. I'm extremely allergy pilled right now, which means that I may be a little sluggish today. Oh, well, this just makes my job so much easier. Because then I can do, God, what? 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. And then, no, I should do 25, 50, 75, 100, 125, 145, 165, and then 180? Or do I do 5, 10, 15, 20? How about I do 25 per white, blue, black, red, green land? So that gets us up to 150. 20 multi, which gets me 170, and 10 colorless, which gets me 180. Oh, my job's so easy. I promise you I can do arithmetic. It's like my favorite thing to do. So I want to add the Zendikar fetch lands. But importantly, if you look at this list, you'll find that we don't have the Khans fetch lands. I thought it might be interesting to avoid having the fetch lands in here. They're not as exciting, but if we're going up to 720, I want more lands that can find more colors. So I'm adding Flooded Strand, Polluted Delta, Bloodstained Mire, Wooded Foothills, and Windswept Heath. So that gets me up to 10 new lands. And then I want the creature lands. I think creature lands are pretty fun, and they're quite good, and also very much of this era. So that would be adding Celestial Colonnade, Creeping Tar Pit, Lava Claw Reaches, not Scalding Tarn, Raging Ravine, and Stirring Wildwood. So this gets us up to 15 new lands. So now I've got some extra time here. I got some extra lands, some room to futz around with because I need 10 more lands. I think I would like to have one monocolored utility land. I looked at the idea of having enemy colored like utility lands, the AVR enemy colored lands. Maybe those are also just fine because we get, what do we get? We get Vault of the Archangel, Desolate Lighthouse, Alchemist Refuge. Why can't I think of the other two? Alchemist Refuge. Oh, Grim Backwoods and Slayer Stronghold. I mean, those aren't bad, but you're effectively just saying like, hey, we added 4 lands. Maybe it's interesting enough because it's a nod to the enemy colors and like you can draft enemy colored like combinations in here. The alternative would have been adding 5 monocolored lands from the like World Wake and Zendikar cycle. So that would have been Bojuka Bog for black, Halimar Depths for blue, Sajiri Steppe for white, Colony Garden for green, and then probably Teetering Peaks for red. But I don't think that's worth it. So I think I want to put in the enemy utility lands. Because like there is some play to them, and it's kind of cool to be like, hey, you should play these cards. I don't think Amulet Titan would work. We don't have the bounce lands. Plus you'd have to have Amulet of Vigor, and getting all that together kind of nasty. You love Bog? Yeah. Like I think that the ETB tapped lands would be better. The blue one's kind of whatever though. Maybe that's okay. 720 cube is 16 people. If you're drafting the whole cube, yeah. Derek Gallen asking, longtime cube designer, what's the project? The project is a cube. Well, it's expanding a 540 cube that was originally from M11 to War of the Spark. Expanding that to a 720 cube, or well, adding on 180 cards to make it a 720 cube. The option to draft it as 720 or pull from a pod of 720, and including now Zendikar, World Wake, Rise of the Eldrazi, M10. So I think I actually have some colorless utility lands. The problem with the utility lands is that like they're not sexy. Like Field of Ruins in here, this can do something. Somebody may want to draft this. Provides 2 instances of landfall, which is kind of interesting. But I think for this era, it's just like more. Yeah, there's Mutavault too. For this era, it's just more fun to like make sure people have the mana to play their cards. Like the cost of inclusion, for the colorless utility lands, like Cathedral War and stuff, is just like, I don't think that's exciting. It's less exciting to me than say somebody opening like a chain of off-color duels and going like, wait a minute, I can splash Siege Rhino in my green-white deck, or I can, maybe my blue-red deck will also be able to play like a Sphinx's Revelation or something like that. Alchemist Refuge, Desolate Lighthouse, Slayer's Stronghold. Enemy utility, they tap for colorless. Yeah, but it gives you a little more juice when going into the enemy lands. Like, Bojuka Bog is cool. Sajiri Steppe is situational. Colony Garden's fun, but like, are you excited to pick those cards? I think often the case is no. And like, they don't resonate with like you planting your flag. Whereas for a player that maybe finds themselves in well, actually, great point. JSI rocks is that maybe we don't need all the enemy ones. Maybe we don't just pick 5 enemy. We just pick 5 cool ones to make sure that all the colors are accounted for. That's interesting. Why don't we look into doing that? What I'm getting at, I guess, Quitharion, is that like somebody is more likely to open a pack, find a Slayer stronghold, pick some red cards, maybe pick some white cards or whatever, and go like, I wonder if I can get into these colors. And then the Slayer stronghold comes back and they're like, oh, I'm committing to these colors, right? That's a sign that like somebody, you know, whether or not like on power level, because like people do not draft optimally, right? But that is a sign that those colors are open, and that's a thing that you can want to do, right? That's like interesting. That's something you want to seek out, especially if we're going to include the allied colors of stuff like, I think just including Kessig Wolfrun over Teetering Peaks is not just more interesting, but also you just get some sexier cards in there. Okay, so I want 2 white ones. I want two of every color, basically. Right? So if we go, I'm going to use this notepad because this is really helpful for me. This is how I like to do this. So Kessig Wolfrun is a big one. Also, did I duplicate this tab? I did not, because I want to use, I guess it's what, set block Innistrad rarity R type land. Like if I go like Township and Kessig Wolfrun are fun and powerful, and they're also board based. Gavany, Township. Drown Yard is legit a way to kill people. So that would give us, we have our 2 greens done. We have a red, we have a blue, we have a black, and we have a white. So now I need to find a configuration of white. Oh, yeah, okay, never mind. We do Desolate Lighthouse and we do Vault of the Archangel. All right, easy. That was so much easier than I I thought I would have to like kind of dance around, but no, these are 5 bangers, right? Vault, Lighthouse, Drown Yard, Wolfrun, Gavany Township. That's cool. And for what it's worth, while there's an emphasis on the allied colored ones, right? Slight emphasis on the allied colored ones, I would argue that Wolfrun or Township are reasonable splashes. Like I could foresee somebody building a green X deck that just has some red for Wolfrun. Like they draft a green, let's say they draft like green blue or green black, and they happen to get Primeval Titan. They can look to just have Wolfrun plus a red land, and boom, they got a sick prime time. Hi, yeah, you're so loud. Yeah, you're so loud. Oh, wow. Yeah. 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 I'm gonna have to doll this cat up before the cat sitter meets her. I don't want the cat sitter to come in and be like, oh, your cat's gonna die on me? Hi. Yeah. Well, I was just petting it. I was just petting it. There you go. There you go. Hi. Yep, you're rubbing up against the chair. Okay. I do need my other hand molder. Yeah, so I'm going to move. Hi. Hi. Gavany Township, Kessig Wolfrun, Desolate Lighthouse, Vault of the Archangel, Thalia Drown Yard. Worth mentioning too that I feel like this also gives each color, like individual color, other than green, but that's kind of debatable. a land that goes in one direction or the other, right? Like, I think green and white is the most contentious on that thought, but like, blue gives you in blue you have Drownyard and Lighthouse. I cannot think of this card without calling it Loot House. You have Drownyard and Lighthouse kind of continues the game, right? That's your like card selection doing some stuff. And Drownyard says like, no, I'm going to try to kill you. Or I'm going to try to find, like, Drownyard can also be the, like, I'm going to find my own stuff by milling myself, but, like, it'll kill you. 40 card, it'll kill you. And in green, you have Township and Wolf Run. And, like, you could draft a deck where you just have Wolf Run as, like, your kill condition. Like, it is... and Township is the like slowly building up, so that kind of helps, you know. So that's the green. The red has Wolf Run and Lighthouse, which is like progressive. I'm killing you, and Lighthouse is actually I'm gonna keep this game going for a bit, you know. Vault Township's interesting because they both go wide, but like Vault is very strong on just like a one drop, and like Death Touch is good both offensively and defensively. Like Death Touch Lifelink is the like, I have a bunch of little duders, and if you attack into me and I activate this, you could be screwed. Is Inkmoth in the cube? I don't think there's any Infect in the cube. Also, just like the like, I think I may have mentioned it, but like getting Wolf Run plus Inkmoth is just like so unlikely, and like not it's cool in theory, and then in practice you're like, damn, this is really expensive and tough to execute. Okay, so I need five more lands, right? This gets us up to 20, and I said 25, right? 25, 50, 75, 100, 125, 150, plus 20 is 170, plus 10. So peep this. I have an idea for the lands here, because we have 5 other lands that we can include, and we have we have 5 other lands that we can include. We can go to like these ally DTB gain to life lands, or these monocolor lands, less exciting. I had an interesting thought. Obviously, we have the Ravnica Shocklands in here. What if we had some additional Shocklands? Now, in doing this, I may need to go up to 30 lands and 5 colorless cards, but the Ravnica Shocklands appear in 2 sets, or 2 collection of sets over this period of time, right? They're in the Return to Ravnica block, and then they reappeared in the Ravnica Allegiance and Guilds of Ravnica era. I think that's more interesting than adding worse lands that just add mana and don't provide too much utility. Also pretty reasonable if we are doing a 720 cube to make sure that if you're drafting with only 360 of the 720, the chances of somebody getting land so they can actually cast their spells is like, it's there. Not to mention, realistically, how many colorless cards am I looking to have here? You know? Yeah, you have the Ravnica lands from different eras that help break it up. Let's go. Hold on. I need minus type land. I have to type colorless like an American. So I need 5 artifacts or 5 colorless cards if I'm doing this. I think I want 10 though, but I wonder if there's a world where I can add 10 and then just remove 5 of the pre-existing and put in, well, better cards. right? Like if I'm doing 10, I want All Is Dust, Basilisk Collar, Eldrazi Monument, Everflowing Chalice, Howling Mine, Pithing Needle, Prophetic Prism, and then probably the 3 Titans. But the Titans aren't even getting cast here. Map is cool. What are you mapping for? Gun to your head. What are you mapping for? Tell me how cool it is to map for a land. I mean, map for Wolf Run, that's the only thing I can think of. There's no Valakut. There's no Academy. Let me tell you, if I'm playing Expedition map and the best thing I'm finding is Kessig Wolf Run, I am not super stoked. You put map in this cube, you don't draft map. It just doesn't happen. You see, oh, cool Expedition map, and you move on. Treasure map's already in this cube. That card's fucked up. So if I do 10... If I do 10, we would have to swap 5 of the OG ones. And then add 5. Let me think about this. Hog Fountain. Blood Crypt. Stomping Ground. Temple Garden. Godless Shrine. Overgrown Tomb. Breeding Pool. Steamed Vents. Sacred Foundry. Yeah, no bounce lands. No bounce lands. So then, okay, all is Dust, Basilisk Collar, 1, 2. I already have Prophetic Prism in here, right? And Pithing Needle. Okay, interesting. So maybe we do Collar. We definitely don't have. So Collar. Hi. I like All Is Dust. Hi. Yes, hello. Come up here and meow at me. Yeah. Hey, step into my office. Key to the City is in here. Yeah. Also, you should have access to the cube if you want to look at the list. You should be able to, I think it's ! cube list. Or maybe it's deck. Yeah, if you want to reference it. So I have Pithing Needle, I have Prophetic Prism. So I don't need either of those. Are there any ways to cheat Big Dumb Eldrazi? Not really. Everflowing Chalice. I mean... Oh, we could put in Quicksilver Amulet. Like, there are ways to cheat them, but not, like, Sneak Attack or Show and Tell or whatever, obviously. I will not be putting big loads in the cube, just a heads up. Also, is Howling Mine in here? It is not. Howling Mine. And Pilgrim's Eye is already in the cube. We do get Elvish Piper in green. I mean, I think the real reason is like the real, it's not a reason, excuse me, but it's like a, look, we're adding Emrakul and friends because somebody wants to play with them. Somebody will want to play with them. And if they go to last pick, then they go to last pick. But somebody will see that and go, my goal is to cast Emrakul. You know? Ooh, maybe Trusty Machete gets in here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Trusty Machete is kind of interesting too. I need 2 more. Oh, is Big Plats could be in here. Big Plats is not currently in here. So what if I add Big Plats? And by that I mean, you know, slightly smaller but still pretty large plats. Ooh, Sphinx Bone Wand. Skittering Invasion's kind of fun. Do I have Quicksilver in here? I don't. So let's add Quicksilver Amulet. Quicksilver Amulet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. These are the 10 that I'm adding. This is not how I'm going to be doing this all the time, by the way. Just the awkwardness of... No, not Basilisk Gate. What is this? What is this? Pauper? Basilisk Collar, Eldrazi Monument. No love for Darksteel Colossus? You must not be familiar with my game. You must not be aware of why Darksteel Colossus is in Foundations. New episode of Sheeman Wheeler came out today, by the way. Go check that out. We talked about Oath of the Gatewatch. Quicksilver Amulet. I love Darksteel Colossus. People love Darksteel Colossus, but like, it is not indicative of this era. Blightsteel Colossus is. If you're going to include one of those, you have to you include Blightsteel, but I don't think you want to include Blightsteel. Because if you include Darksteel, somebody's going to see that and go, "Oh, not Blightsteel?" That's not great. When you see the Eldrazi Titans, even if you are not the one drafting them, it will be in the back of your head of, "Oh shit, the Titans are in this deck." That's messed up. That's wild, frankly. Okay, so I have 10 colorless getting added, which means that we'll have to cut 5. So like, I have this test. Somebody was like, "Ben, can you please give us the link to the test?" This is going to get deleted immediately. This is just for me to have this so I can, you know, move things around or whatever. Which also, I think I need to do this. Duplicate the Decades Cube. The Decade Cube. 2010. With expansion. Expansion pack? But I'll get back to that later. Well, hold on. The DLC? I don't actually remember if that's what I put. That's fine. This'll be fine. We now get to the sexy part. I get to we get to look at cards that have a color. Now this is every white creature. So let's do let's talk about some white cards. Let's talk about some white cards, chat. Now we have to make sure that we're not adding stuff that's already in the cube. I'd be open to adding some more planeswalkers yeah, we're adding more planeswalkers. Yeah, we're adding more planeswalkers. They don't have to exclusively be from this collection of cards. for what it's worth. It's going to be a lot of cross-referencing as well. Day of Judgment already in there. See? A lot of cross-referencing. You too can follow along. Also, Ninja Puff for the 51st month. This was 30 minutes ago. I am so sorry. Hey, yo, Wheeler, this 2010's cube inspired me to put some work into my pre-Eldraine mono red cube. Is subbing to the Patreon a good way to help you get your 2C help on? I mean, that is, but like I desperately need to redo the entire Patreon. If you want to help, direct donations or gifting subs or whatever, those are the best ways. Direct donations, the best way to be like, here you go. But, you know, do whatever you want, whatever you're comfortable with. I need to add 25 white cards. Baneslayer already in the cube. Which means that Captain of the Watch. Let's do this by mana value. Because that's what I'm more concerned about. Harm's Way, absolutely. I mean, for this, we can get a little freaky with it. Ooh, Lone Line. Oust. That's a banger. I don't think Silence is going to do anything. Soul's Attendant and Soul Warden are pretty exciting. Oh, Student of Warfare? Woo! Tap synergy? No. Honor the Pure... Oh, Journey to Nowhere is a sick pickup. Steplinks? Steplinks is always not nearly as exciting as you want it to be. Core Skyfisher, though. There aren't any particular archetypes. I think archetypes are a little overrated for cubes like this. Especially if we're drafting from such a large pool. I think that finding natural synergies between cards is more important. Steplink's iconic to lure. That's true. But this is a James Turner cube. He is a man beyond his work. And are we not all humans beyond what we contribute to the capitalist society that we have to live in? Wall of Omens. Banger. This is the stage of me just going, here are cards that are really fucking cool. Ooh. Core Sanctifiers is kind of nasty with it. I'm including that. Ben, technically this was in a Plane Chase product. No, Wheeler. We only exist for the creation of wealth. Then why the hell am I a streamer? Ooh, Transcendent Master. God, I should have stayed in government. Ooh, a Merry Angel. I mean, a Merry Angel's a banger. Linvala, banger. This is fun because this is the banger section of the cube. Obviously, Gideon Jura. Captain of the Watch is kind of interesting. Oh, Planar Cleansing is pretty sick. All right, I need 12 more white cards. We could also just look into some other cards. Aven Mind Sensor? No, we can include Aven Mind Sensor. It's a card that wasn't in the original version of the cube. Because it did not have a really a use. Oh, I got Stoneforge in here, don't worry. We got Stoneforge. Oh, I may have ended that too prematurely. Johnny's welcome. I have a suggestion, and don't take this as a a direct criticism of the folks that are eager to add cards or suggest cards. But here's a great thing that I like to do when it comes to building cubes. Is if a card comes to mind, I like to ask myself, is somebody going to have fun drafting this? And is somebody going to have fun playing this? Because they're two different things. A lot of the time, there will be cards that are kind of fun to draft. And I guess if you want to add a third one, is it fun to think about drafting it? Is the idea of it fun? Because a draft deck and drafting cards is kind of just like a brainstorming session, right? So like, if I think of a Johnny's Welcome, for instance, I'm going to use this as an example because it's one that is like great for this inclusion. Is it fun to think about drafting a Johnny's Welcome? And I think the answer a lot of the time is going to be sure, because you get to create a situation in your head where it would be good, right? Not even Magical Christmas Land, but you're like, yeah, I drafted a Johnny's Welcome. And then like, I have a bunch of life gain synergies and stuff. It's like, okay, well now let's put you in the spot where you're actually drafting it. You have made a commitment that this card is better than the, N other cards in your pack. That's a big commitment. Taking a pick is a big commitment. Not early on, but certainly down the line. So now you've used a pick on a Johnny's Welcome. Is that fun? Is it fun to use a pick on a Johnny's Welcome? My answer is no, but there might be some people that say that that is fun. But like, I think that's a card that I look at where it's not like bread and butter. Like, it's not like, oh, I used to pick on Llanowar Elves because I'm a green deck and I want acceleration and ramp. That's the thing that green does. That card's exciting. That card's like, damn, I draft Llanowar Elves. Think of what I could play on turn 2. Or think of how quickly I'm going to get to my big things, right? And there are plenty of interlocking pieces that go along with it. Or even going like a random aggressive 1-drop, right? Like, Goblin Guide's going to get in here. Is Goblin Guide a fun pick to make? I think the answer is yes, because you're like, damn, how much damage can I do so quickly? Right? Even something like Borderland Ranger or Sylvan Ranger, which Sylvan Ranger's in here. Borderland Ranger is going to be in here. Don't you worry. They're exciting bread and butter cards because you draft them thinking like, oh shit, what colors am I going to get to splash? Like, what, am I just going 2 colors, or now that I have this, I could do a third? A Johnny's Welcome is a card that doesn't have that. And then, is it fun to play? And the answer is no. The cards that you play with the Johnny's Welcome are fun, but the Welcome itself is not fun. And so, bam, it's just not a card worth including. Just like, it's a card that like only has value because there are other cards that have a benefit based off of its triggered ability, but even then the benefit is like put a 1/1 counter on it. Then you have player and drafting expectations. If there's a Johnny's Welcome, somebody can reasonably make the call that there's going to be a Soul Warden or a Soul's Attendant, or this is a little more specific, but like Gideon's Company or whatever, or Twin Blade Paladin. Think of any of the Ajani's Pridemates variants. And so they may make a decision based around that will not play out because you only have so many slots. You don't want to waste slots on these big, not cool cards. So yeah, it sounds like a lot of thinking to do on any individual card, but like, that's the fun of Cube. Is like, you look at a card and you're like, how are people play with this? Like, let's talk Core Skyfisher because it's on my screen. Like, I look at Core Skyfisher and I'm like, is it exciting to think about drafting Core Skyfisher? And I think the answer is yeah, This is a card that saw competitive play, albeit more niche competitive play at the time in Standard, in the mono-white deck, somewhat in the green-white deck. It saw play in the Quest for the Holy Relic deck, the mono-white Knight of the White Orchid deck, the green-white Vengevine Fauna Shaman deck, as well as Boros occasionally. And so thinking, and currently sees play in Pauper. It's like a Pauper card. So yeah, this is an exciting card to think about drafting, because you're like, oh damn, it's Core Skyfisher. There's a lot of pedigree here, even if it's just a weird common. She, you know, is also a good limited card. And then, is it fun to draft her? Yeah, because you draft Core Skyfisher and you go, worst case scenario, I attack for 2 in the air and it doesn't die to Burst Lightning. But what are the things that I can return and rebuy? What are the different interactions I can have? And then playing Core Skyfisher, skill testing gameplay, lets you, you know, double spell pretty easily, lets you sequence in a way that makes you feel like a genius. That's the shit I'm looking for, right? Magic's such a fucking great game. You can have those experiences with every individual card. Why put cards in your cube that don't have that? Why put cards in your cube, in this kind of cube, that don't, you know, take you on a journey? Wouldn't be me. Couldn't be me. I think I want Elite Vanguard. Elite Vanguard was on this sheet, but like this was a big deal. This card did see some play, some constructed play. It is a human, which we have a bit of a humans theme going on here. When I say theme, I mean that there's Thalia's Lieutenant and Thalia's Lieutenant and Champion of the Parish, both reasonable cards by themselves. But obviously, if you really commit to the humans, it gets pretty great. But also a card that did see play in the aforementioned white aggressive decks. And pretty big card because it was Savannah Lions, but better, more relevant creature types. And it was uncommon. That was fucking huge. So there's a cultural impact to it too. Hershey Bar for the 51st month. 51 months is a lot of months. That's a lot of months. That's a lot of fucking months. Holy. Thank you so much for all the support. I hope you're doing well. Glad to have you. Good to see you. How you doing? How you been? And Derek Allen, thank you for the $5 for Cube. Just send me the list either through, you could send me it through Patreon or Discord, and I'll take a look at it. Take a look at it. Now I want this one. I think these tabs should be swapped. So I want to see, I need 11 more cards. Yeah, it was already there. Need 11 more cards. I don't want too many 1-drops. I'm trying to think if there are any cards that were in here that I took out last moment. We have a Brave the Elements in here. Oh, I don't. Is Brave the Elements too... I mean, God's Willing is a bit more interesting, I think. God's Willing. I have the Hunted Witness and Friends. I wonder if there's a world for Captain the Night Watch or something. King Grills the Third for the 7th month. How you been? How you doing? How you doing? How you been? I'm good. How are you? I'm pretty dope. Thank you. Doing pretty dope. Thank you. Thank you for the support. Hope you're doing well. Glad to have you. Good to see you. I'm thinking Core Hookmaster might be in here. This card's pretty strong in aggressive decks. Did I put Court Street Denizen in here? I did not. Damn, you're getting in. Court Street Denizen. If you don't know what Court Street Denizen is, it's a 3-mana 2/2 that says whenever another white creature enters the battlefield under your control, you tap a creature an opponent controls. It's fucked up. It's so good. We have Big Mike. Did I put Secure the Wastes in here? I feel like I put in a different one and secure. Oh, did I put in Big Mike? Secure the wastes. Secure the wastes. Get in here. Win offensive. Sarah Sen goes hard with our Johnny soulmate or bridemate, soul sisters. We do not have those cards. None of those cards are in this cube. And I'm happy for it. Did I put Dawn of Hope in this cube? Because Dawn of Hope's kind of a banger. I did not. Dawn of Hope, get in the cube. No, I called them out as being cards that ask way too much. I feel like James would appreciate Gather the Townsfolk. Grand Abolisher is kind of exciting. Fuck yes, I would. All right, great. Let's gather some townsfolk. Kazandu Blade Master is pretty exciting. Might consider that. Do I have Knight of the White Orchid? That's a great magic card. Knight of the White Orchid, get in here. No Elite Inquisitor. Elite Inquisitor just doesn't have enough. I mean, maybe it can get in there because it's cool. It's very Innistrad. I am trying to avoid a lot of protection. Not to say that there's zero protection in the cube, but like, this is, for what it's worth, this is the kind of protection I would want. You know? Also, that does feel like a James card, so I'll include it. I do think I want some big cards, though. You have a pitch for a card that was not in the cube, but it's red. Jesus, you're ahead of schedule. So incredibly far ahead of schedule. Ooh. Captain of the Watch is kind of sick. I'm going to put that one. Because Captain of the Watch can be a kill condition for control. Or like a token strategy, a mid-range strategy. No, it's exclamation mark deck chunk. All right, I need 3 more cards. Ideally, some like cool mid-range cards. Some 3-drops. Even Mind Sensor, not a cool card, but I could see it being a bit of a pisser. Is there an expectation for Mind Sensor? I don't actually think so. Oh, we could put in Soulfire Grandmaster. That is technically a Jeskai card, but we'll get there. Do I have Valorous Stance in here? I think I do. I do. Right, I didn't include I didn't include Secure the Wastes because of because James wanted White Sun Zenith. Which is very cool. Oh, do I have the Fairgrounds Warden? We have Fiend Hunter, but I don't have a Fairgrounds Warden. Fairgrounds Warden. Blade Splicer. Oh, Bygone Bishop might be kind of cool. Obviously, Brim is in there. Everybody calm down. Aerial Responder. I did not have Aerial Responder. Yeah, Aerial Responder is a cool card. I could see somebody slapping a Rancor on that and going to town. James's original list had Entreat the Angels. I don't know if we can make that work. Oh, but I like it better. I like adding I like Terminus, which was not in the original list, but I like Terminus. I think Entreat the Angels might be, maybe it's just cool. Stag is more interesting of a magic card to play outside of combo applications. Feldar Guardian is just kind of boring. Could include God's End. It's expensive, but like it is another piece of equipment for a Stoneforge deck. Do you need Entreat to work, or does it work on its own? Yeah. I mean, I think it's maybe enough to give a non-answer. A little column A, a little column B. I mean, Entreat the Angels is fun for exactly my kind of player, so I'll include it. Here's the issue with Miracle. Is that people are really bad at giving themselves the opportunity to reveal that they should have miracled when they didn't. And so, and like, even if you include them in your deck and you know they're in your deck and you're hoping to draw them, like your average Magic player is not going to remember to miracle draw, right? Like, yeah, how I play Magic the Gathering has been warped by miracle drawing, right? And Entreat is just really bad in this cube if you don't have the way to manipulate it. Terminus is still 6 mana, blow up everything that gets around everything, right? Does it matter for y'all? Yeah, because people still don't do that. They feel bad. They're like, well, I missed my shot. And if you can reduce the amount of instances of that happening, great. I agree. When we drafted, are we going to tell James? No, James will tell himself that. It's not what other people are willing to do. Other people are always going to be like, yeah, dude, you could just do it. But the opponent doesn't know until James mentions it, and James won't mention it. And even if James does, it takes it's almost coercing. This isn't James particular, but I'm using him as an example as like an opponent. You know, if honestly, for all the players, James, when James has a miracle, I've seen him do the like, oh, huh, you know, what are our archetypes? Cards. You know what? I'm adding something because it does feel like a James card. I'm adding Mirren Crusader. I know I said no protection from X and Y, but like, I think Mirren Crusader is just too cool to like say no to. Especially for a 720. For 720, it's a little bit easier. I don't want to put Core Firewalker. I don't want to put White Knight. Double protection has flavor. That's the other thing, is that like it's a bit harder to be like, I'm going to include Core Firewalker and White Knight and whatever that it specifically bricks one color, even if that makes it weaker. Because Mirren Crusader bricking 2 colors feels like that's its mechanic, right? All right, here are the 25 white cards getting added to this cube. Responder, Captain of the Watch, Court Street Denizen, Dawn of Hope, Elite Inquisitor, Elite Vanguard, Ameria Angel, Fairgrounds Warden, Gather the Townsfolk, Gideon Jura, God's Willing, Harm's Way, Journey to Nowhere, Knight of the White Orchid, Core Sanctifiers, Core Skyfisher, Linvala, Mirren Crusader, Oust, Secure the Waste, Stoneforge, Student of Warfare, Terminus, Transcendent Master, Wall of Omens. It's M10 forward, but we're working on adding 180 cards that also include some cards from 2009. Yeah, a bunch of bangers here. Okay, let's move on to the blue cards. Oh. There's some incredibly cool blue cards getting added here. For starters, Enclave Cryptologist. You're not going to beat it. You're not going to beat it. It's Enclave Cryptologist. This is a card that I was so sad was not in this cube. Now it's in the cube. Hedron Crab. That's tough. I feel like I have to include Hedron Crab. Did I put Jace's Erasure in here? We put Jace's Archivist, right? There's an unsummon in this cube, right? There's only Vapor Snag. What the fuck? Unsummon, get in here. The Coral Helm Commander? I'll consider it. Pretty sure Essence Scatters in this cube, right? Essence Flux. Essence Scatter might be a little too narrow. Oh, Into the Royal? Banger. I don't know if I want Tome Scour. I do want Merfolk Looter. Because who doesn't love a Merfolk Looter? This is funny because, like, there are going to be a lot of blue cards that are just kind of whatever getting added, and then there's going to be the Atomic Bomb. Atomic Bomb is going to rear its head amongst all these coughing babies, and it's over. Spreading Seas? Maybe. The Welkin Turn? I do love Welkin Turn. I'm adding Calcite Snapper. Calcite Snapper, get in here. This card's shockingly strong. Maybe Welkin Turn gets in. I'm thinking about it. That card was, like, very good in Zendikar block draft. Well, reasonable in Zendikar block draft. So I already know which blue planeswalker I'm adding. I think you all might know which blue planeswalker I'm adding as well. Ooh, Seagate Oracle? Get in here. Oh, Raptor. Oh, there he is, Jace the Mind Sculptor. Yeah, this card's pretty good. This card's pretty strong. No, there's no Mu Yunling. Ooh, Living Tsunami. This card is actually really good. Like 4 mana, 4/4 flyer. Sounds kind of funny, but no, this card will kill people. Oh, Rite of Replication, get in here. Rite of Replication for sure. Yeah, the Atomic Bomb is Jace Mind Sculptor. Better than all. I already have Mind Control in here. Time Warp? Time Warp's getting added. Polymorph? Once again, think about the 3 steps of drafting a card and how tough it's going to be to play Polymorph. Whiplash Trap? Yeah, I worry Whiplash Trap might not be good enough. Sphinx of Dwar Isle? You think I'm playing? This card's getting added. This card is a menace. 6 mana, 5/5 Flying Shroud. Look at the top card of your library. It's over. It's done. Actually, hold up. Sphinx of Magosi is legitimately a bomb. Jwar Isle is a pretty good top end card. I think that's more interesting. Also, I wanted Consecrated Sphinx now, because Consecrated Sphinx was not in here. Thada Adele's going to be a little too weird. Sleep? Is Sleep in here? Because Sleep is a banger. Oh, Sleep's getting in here. I just think Lorthos is the kind of card that is it's exciting to think about drafting, and then just you don't play it. Oh, I want Distortion Strike though. Distortion Strike is a banger. Maybe Coral Home Commander's not good enough. It's kind of a bit of a bum. I'm gonna cut that, but I will add Deprive, because Deprive is an interesting counterspell. Let's look at the blue. I just don't think you're fabricating for much. Rite of Replication's in there, don't worry. Pretty sure I have Delver, right? Delver's kind of important. Yeah. We got into the Royal. Oh, I wanted to look up something. Did I put Gataxian Probe in here? Because now would be a good time to get Gataxian Probe in here. Yeah, great. We got prowess cards. We got cheap little cards, cheap little decks. Where was I? I have Terramander in here, right? Oh, thank God. I'm adding Unsummon. I should already have Silent Departure. I do. Good. Do we have Swan Song? Swan Song's kind of an interesting add. If we're expanding. I mean, this could be, you know what? I lied. The expansion pack for blue is going to include Mill. Increasing confusion. Tome Scour. I mean, hold on. It's going to include Mill, but it's only going to include Mill that doesn't feel like I don't want Tome Scour, but Traumatize I could maybe see. You know what I mean? Because Tome Scour is just like a pop. That's it. We're done. The transaction is over. And that's nothing. Yeah, Startled Awake's a better idea. Or like Drowned Secrets. Ooh. Wait, hold on. Jace's Erasure for sure. This wall. Curse of the Bloody Tome. See, some of these cards are like, yeah, you can just have them and maybe just mill somebody out entirely. Sphinx's Tutelage and Psychic Corrosion get in here. This is nice because you have an option to draft this cube where this is not a thing that will happen. Well, hold on. Maybe some of these cards need to target your opponent too. Or target ourselves as well. Oh, do we have Psychic Spiral? Oh, Psychic Spiral, get in here. Traumatize. Terrible Gaming. Welcome back for the 3rd month. How you doing? How you been? Thank you so much for all the support. I hope you're doing well. Glad to have you. Good to see you. The problem is, do I want to stick to my Planeswalker rule of only one walker or one additional walker per color here? I think that's okay. Unless that's Blue's thing. Blue is that like it has more Planeswalkers. Like the crab was in here. Dream Twist I don't hate because Dream Twist lets you do it to yourself as well. Did I have Labman in here, right? Yeah, Laboratory Maniac, and we have Jace. No, we don't have the other Jace. It's just Labman. Could add Thassa's Oracle. What's one hydrogen? 2 hydrogen bombs? What's one more, you know? I mean, Dream Twist is kind of exciting. Oh, I did want Consecrated Sphinx. That card's fucked up, but I think that if we expand the cube, and because we're also just going to add more removal, it makes it a little bit easier. Did I have Baral, Chief of Compliance, in here? I did. Chart of Course. Drowned Secrets. In Soul Artifact. So much heavy lifting to get there. Oh, Fibblethip. Yeah, Fibblethip should be in here. Oh, is Jeskai Elder in here? Jeskai Elder's kind of cool. People like to draft that card even though it's bad. By people, I mean me. Mind Shrieker's kind of sick. Yeah, I'm going to put a Mind Shrieker. Because Mind Shrieker you could play in the Tempo deck and the Mill deck. And Mind Shrieker's not in here. And it's a bird. And it's from Innistrad. All right, that's it. So check out these blue cards. Blue's going to look wild. Just a heads up. Blue is going to be the weirdest collection of cards. Calcite Snapper, Consecrated Sphinx, Curse of the Bloody Tome, Deprive, Distortion Strike, Enclave Cryptologist, Fibblethip the Lost, Git Probe, Hedron Crab, Into the Royal, Jace's Erasure, Jace the Mind Sculptor, Merfolk Looter, Mind Shrieker, Psychic Corrosion, Psychic Spiral, Rite of Replication, Seagate Oracle, Sleep, Sphinx of Dwar Isle, Sphinx's Tutelage, Swan Song, Time Warp, Traumatize, Unsummon. Those are some pretty cool cards, gotta admit. Divination, I just don't know if anybody's playing Divination. I get that it's Divination, but like, I just don't think it's happening. On to black. Black's going to have some bangers, by the way. You are? You're getting real parasocial if you think you're drafting this cube. I mean, you could draft it by yourself, I guess, but like with other people. That wasn't me. See, I wanted a little bit of a dagger, but not that many daggers, and it came off like there are just more daggers. Anyways, Disfigure. Ooh, don't need that one. Not yet. Disfigure, Inquisition of Kozilek. The Beetle? Remember when this was a rare? That's fucked. Suffer the Past, that's a banger. Vampire Lacerator. Blood Ghast. Blood Throne Vampire. I could just add a bunch of vampires. Gatekeeper's expensive, but it is iconic. Gatekeeper of Malakir, Calastria Highborn. Yeah, what if I just do this? Sign of Blood's already in the cube. I should hope so. So help me God if Sign of Blood's not in this cube. Sign of Blood's in the cube. Okay, good. Oh, Smother. Smother's interesting. Vampire Hexmage. Oh, we got Gary in here. Don't you worry. Don't you worry. Oh, I love Cadaver Imp. I might add Cadaver Imp. Oh, we get Hippie. Wait, did we not have Hippie? I thought Hippie was also like M14. Nope, we get to add Hypnotic Spectre. Pawn of Ulamog is pretty fucked up. Yeah, I feel like black might actually just be the EDSC'est one. That joke sucked. We already have Nighthawk. Abyssal Persecutor, get in here. Consuming Vapors. I love Consuming Vapors. Ooh, Tendrils of Corruption. It's just really tough to justify this. Like, you'd have to be in mono black. Even like Vampire Nocturnus can be in like kind of black, which I'm adding, by the way. Nocturnus. Consume the Meek. Banger of a card. Oh, Drana just kills people. I'll come back to Drana. Liliana, are you the planeswalker I'm adding, or am I adding a different planeswalker? Oh, Malakir Bloodwitch is a banger. It has pro white, but that's okay. Ooh, Sort. Nah, do we have? I thought I had Soren Markov in here. Yeah, because he was in M12. Damn, these cards suck. All right. Okay. Black. Type. Vampire. I want to add some more vampires. Indulgent Aristocrats. Well, actually, a lot of the vampires I've added do stuff by themselves. Like, they all play in such a way that, like, if they are your only vampire, they'll still do something. So that's worth keeping in mind. Oh, do I have Carrier Thrall? Carrier Thrall is pretty cool. Era Falconwrath. Like, Captivating Vampire is really good in the vampire deck, but just it doesn't do anything outside of that. So I'll have to think about that one. Like, Heezy is good. Bloodline Keeper's good. They're just good at, well, they're just good vampires. Kalidas. Ooh, Falconwrath Noble's kind of funny. I don't think it's in the original one because it's just so expensive, but I'll take it. Falconwrath Noble. And Sanctum Seeker. Could we get Liliana the Veil in here? You're kind of getting ahead of schedule, but yeah, that's the plan. Because right now we have Soren Markov, we have Liliana Death's Majesty, and we have Ob Nixilis, where you reignited. But Liliana of the Veil is the ad for the Black Planeswalker. But I'm just looking at the vampires here right now. Ooh, Champion of Dusk. James wanted Bloodlord of Vazgoth, and I feel like I should oblige. That card's just cool. That could also just, that card's like a 5-mana 6/6 flyer, which just kills people. Origin Lily's already in there. The cards that are the Flipwalkers are all in there. Excuse me. That's what I was trying to say. I need 2 more cards in black. We're adding a lot of low to the ground cards, which I think is probably good. I kind of want to add one more big fatty. Could be Ob Nixilis is kind of sick, actually. Hold on. And I got one more card. Give me... Let's look up like a mid-rangey card. I added a lot of creatures, actually. So maybe... Yeah, Kalidas is in there. Don't worry. But I added a Wrath there. Cry for the Carnarium's pretty good. That card's quite strong. You know what? I don't hate adding Dismember at this point. Because James wanted Dismember in the original cube, and I'm like, this card is going to be the best card in the cube. Now I don't know if that's the case. I think it's a contender for the best card, but James also wanted Dismember. And that's kind of the best thing for this. Like, if you have like a 360 cube that you want to have an option to 540 or 720, that's where you can add some power. Because not every draft you're going to see a Dismember. Even if it's 540, not every draft you'll see Dismember, but like, because you have a wider pool and it lets you have those conversations about cards like Dismember more often, I think that that's a real consideration. Like, there will be, you could have 2 players draft this cube at 720, like, I don't know, 10 times each, and they will come with different answers for their top 3 cards or top 5. Maybe they'll both include Dismember. Maybe they'll both include Jace or whatever, but like, I think that's interesting, right? Travis Approved, welcome back for the 2nd month. How you doing? How you been? Thank you so much for all the support. Thank you. So these are the black cards. This is a sicko list, by the way. This is going to bang out so hard for everybody that went 3-2 at their FNMs. Abyssal Persecutor, Bloodghast, Bloodlord of Vazgoth, Bloodthrone Vampire, Carrier Thrall, Champion of Dusk, Consume the Meek, Consuming Vapors, Disfigure, Dismember, Falconwrath Noble, Gatekeeper of Malakir, Heir of Falconwrath, Hypnotic Spectre, Inquisition of Kozilek, Glostria Highborn, Liliana the Veil, Malakir Bloodwitch, Obnixilis the Fallen, Pawn of Ulamog, Sanctum Seeker, Suffer the Past, Vampire Hexmage, Vampire Lacerator, Vampire Nocturnus. Whoo! Giant Snake. Wow, wait, foil Pawn of Ulamog is $55. Holy shit. What kind of copy do I own? I think I own non-foil. Yeah. I agree, Mulder. Will this be published as a separate list or an updated one? Separate. There will be a separate list. Yeah. I want to keep these separate because there are certain cards that are in the 540 that are getting removed from the 720. Not many, but you know. All right. On to red. Red's going to have a lot of bangers too. Red is going to have, I mean, what are we doing? What are we doing? Burst Lightning. Easy ad. Yeah, the 540 is like going to be a pretty incredible experience by itself. So don't worry about it. You don't need these cards for the 720. There'll be separate lists. The 720 is more expensive. That is kind of a part of the conversation, right? The 720 is like a, what if I just expanded this and like that truly makes sure that the 720 makes sure that everything is in there and is like a, you could make the 540 drafted for the rest of your life, have a good time. You could do so with the 720 as well. Just different experience. Flame Slash and Fork Bolt, absolutely. Goblin Guide and Goblin Bushwhacker, absolutely. Red might be quick too, because there are a lot of really good red cards from this era. I might want to add Goblin Shortcutter. Kiln Fiend. Plated Geopede. Is Pyroclasm in this cube? I don't think it is. Pyroclasm. No, Abraid's in here. Abraid is originally from Hour Devastation. No, Bolt's already in here. Ooh, Searing Blaze. Ball Lightning's kind of interesting, but I think we're just including it because it's so cool. What? Why does this have... Do I not have a nice Goblin Guide? Oh my god. I have the Love Your LGS Goblin Guide. I think I'm going to be sick. I'm going to have to order one right now. Hold on. Let me go to cardkingdom.com/Wheeler. Sponsor of the channel, by the way. I think I have these threes. Right? We have Cunning Spark Mage. That card's a banger. We don't. Oh, fuck. We get Cunning Spark Mage plus Basilisk Collar. Spark Mage. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Rune Blaster is very funny. I don't remember if I have it in the original cube. No, of course not, because it's Zendikar, yeah. Goblin Rune Blaster. Stagger Shock. Elemental Appeal, my beloved. All right, I have to put Obsidian Fireheart in here. And Splinter Twin. Gotta put Splinter Twin. There is a Deceiver Exarch. Oh, wait, no, is there a Deceiver Exarch? Should we add Deceiver Exarch? In Twin? That'd be really fucking funny. I'm not adding Twin. I think that's going to be too tough. Yeah, I don't want to add like Breaching Hippocamp and Village Bellringers. That rat, ow. Welcome back for the full year. 1 year, whoop whoop. How are you, Wheeler? I'm doing good. I'm down another 2 pounds this week. I further expanded on my, I have a graph now for my weight loss, which is kind of cool. And my caloric intake. I'm basically, I don't use an app because I feel like if I input it into an app, it doesn't have the same impact as if I write it and then transfer what I've written to my own spreadsheet, which makes it more difficult. But, you know, not to brag, but I am now at my average calories for last week were down 5.88% from the previous week. And the previous week was down 10.53%. This is Hank, by the way. I changed my name. I was going to say, sometimes people will, wait, that's a lot. I mean, it's not. I mean, it's not nothing, but like my average calories, in the, not last week, but the week before that, from the 23rd to the 1st, was 1,942. And now it's down to 1828 and some other stuff. And I'm fucking struggling to eat. Like I am like not not mentally, but I just like I'm full all the time and it's fucked up. It's great. Excuse me, you DM me with 5 cards on Slack? Let me take a look. Let's see what the boss man found. Oh yeah. I'm gonna, James, you mind if I share this with you? Or with the class? Damn, James, you had money in your closet? James Turner had some money in his closet. We got Grand Prix promo Lotus Cobra, Stoneforge Mystic, Goblin Guide, Batterskull, and Gristlebrand. Whew. That Stoneforge is great. I like that Goblin Guide too. That's a great Goblin Guide. Damn. Igor's Batterskull is also really good. I think I might. I mean, I'm so nostalgic for the base set Batterskull, but the GP promo Batterskull, I always thought this is like this captures how terrifying this card is, right? Batterskull is captured by that shit. That's plus that right there. +4/+4 Vigilance Lifelink. Just hell yeah. Let's go, James. Chandra Noir. I don't think that's the Chandra that I want. I think there's another. I don't want to put in Chandra Blaze. Oh, is Bear Umbra in the cube? I forgot if I added Bear Umbra. Oh, no, I didn't. But we can add Bear Umbra and Hellkite Charger. Oh, Bogarden Hellkite? Well, I'm adding Bogarden Hellkite. World at War is pretty exciting, too. There's a lot of really bad creatures in here. Is Manic Vandal in the cube? It is not. Manic Vandal is now in the cube. Kazul is pretty slick. Maybe Kazul should be in here. Bushwhacker. Oh, Comet Storm. Banger. I like Goblin Shortcutter too. But maybe Kargan Dragonlord is more sexy. You really got to commit if you're doing Kargan Dragonlord stuff. Tuk Tuk's kind of funny. Oops, sorry. Inferno Trap's kind of funny. Pixel Art Foil Ninja Pizza. I don't know what that means, but congratulations. Oh, Punishing Fire should be in here. There's no Grove of the Burn Wills, but there is a lot of life gain. I think. Punishing Fire. Do I want Punishing Fire? Can we put Grove of the Burn Willows in here? Let's cheat a little bit. It's a decently priced card from 2010's. Okay. Pixel Art Foil Ninja Pizza is a perfect sentence to explain why I want this cube. I don't even know what those cards are. Like, I kind of have an idea. Oh, I need to figure out the other Planeswalker we're adding. Also, we're adding Bonfire of the Damned. Temporal Mastery was already in here, right? Yeah, okay. Oh, I think James would have loved Shards Block. James would have loved Shards Block. Sprouting Thrinax? That card was a banger. I only need 7 more red cards. I have Spike Shot Elder in here. Oh, did I put in Stromkirk Noble? I don't think I did, right? No, I did. Of course I did. What kind of stupid question is that? Stupid! Titan Strength is in there. Did I put in Vexing Devil? I did put in Vexing Devil. Abbott. Wild Slash. No. Oh, I get to put in the shocks. Right. Okay. Wild Slash. Do I have actual shock in here? I don't. Lol. Lamau even. Shock. Broodmate Dragon? Starfleet Daredevil is cool. Yeah, well, don't worry. We'll get to multicolor. I don't know, James, are there any red cards that you think about? Like, that you played quite a bit of? Oh, we get to do this again? This was the Chandra I added. I want Chandra Flamecaller for the big one. That card's great. The Oath of the Gatewatch Chandra. Flame Tongue Kavu. Unfortunately, Plane Chase is about a decade out of our range. But I like your hustle. All right, that was easy. It's like, what Chandra? Oh, that Chandra. Oh, we were kind of humming and hawing about Goblin Crater Maker. I mean, I think I'm okay if Goblin Crater Maker isn't in here. Firebrand Archer's already in here. Thermo Alchemist is already in here. Harsh Mentor could be in here now because we have fetch lands. Oh, it was already in there. I'm so smart. Lava Coil was already in here. I mean, I could just add Krenko's command. Lightning Mauler. Do I have makeshift? Yeah, I got makeshift munitions. Missing mortars. What do we have for Sick Dragons? This is the Sick Dragons cube. We have Glorybringer, Thundermaw, Hellkite, and Stormbreath Dragon. Oh, I could add Thunderbreak Regent, though. God, I love Thunderbreak Regent. Yeah, just more dragons. And we added the Bogadin Hellkite. We have a lot of mono red cards already. Oh, did I add Mage Ring Bully? I did not. Mage Ring Bully might be okay. Oh, Stormblood Berserker is in there. Great. Yeah, Kiln Fiend and Swiftspear are in here. You can look if you want. It's ! deck. We'll have the whole cube so you can follow along. The Valley Dasher, eh? A Whip Flare? No, we already have Pyroclasm. Peasy's in there. On Crop is in here. Anger of the Gods is in here. Alesh is in there. Ball Lightning. Brimstone. Is the Captain in here? Oh, Captain Lannery Storm? Get in here, Captain. There's not enough support for Burning Vengeance, unfortunately. Time to go Cohort. Man, fuck Cohort. Just what a nothing ability. Fight with Fire is kind of nice. Guy Reach Bandit's kind of cool. Goblin Rabble Master we already have. And we already have Gutter Snipe. Oh, I could add Gutter Snipe to expand on that. Yeah, that's fine. I think that was in the original like collection of cards James wanted to talk about. Oh, is Hordling Outburst in here? Because it should be. And if it isn't... Nope. All right, Hordling Outburst. Easy. Easy. All right, this is a banging collection of cards. Ball Lightning, Bogadin Hellkite, Bonfire of the Dam, Burst Lightning, Captain Lannery Storm, Chandra Flamecaller, Comet Storm, Cunning Spark Mage, Flame Slash, Fork Bolt, Goblin Bushwhacker, Goblin Guide, Goblin Rune Blaster, Gutter Snipe, Hordling Outburst, Kiln Fiend, Manic Vandal, Obsidian Fireheart, Plated Geopede, Pyroclasm, Searing Blaze, Shock, Stagger Shock, Thunderbreak Regent, Wild Slash. Cool cards, James. On to green. Green's going to be some tough competition. Birds is already in there. Arbor Elf is already in there. These cards got reprinted. Giant Growth is already in there. Ooh, Groundswell though. Well, hold on. Oh, Chiraga Tree Speaker. That's cool. I love Soul Ring. Vines of Vastwood. Scoot Mob is I don't know about Scoots. Explore though? Lotus Cobra? Oh, that's a pretty exciting one. Kazandu Tuskcolor is also kind of exciting. Nest Invader. No, we have Giant Growth, and I rather add Vines of Vastwood because I think it just plays a little bit better. Ooh, Overgrown Battlement. Surely I have Rampant Growth in here, right? Yeah. Awakening Zone. Ooh. Oh, and you know what I'll add? Hold on, hold on, hold on. Everybody stop. Everybody shut up. Everybody shut up. Everybody quiet. Stop! This is where I want to get some Devoid cards. Because the Devoid green cards are exciting. Including some bangers. Getting these out of the way before I forget. From Beyond. World Breaker. You're going to put them in the colorless, aren't you? You piece of shit. Color identity. So I had World Breaker and From Beyond. I think that's it. I don't think I want any of these other ones. Couldn't think about that. Anytime I get lost on my words there, I like to just turn my into either screaming or you know when Homer his you know he's going up in the rocket to space and his face turns into Nixon. That Borderland Ranger. Get my Borderland Ranger in there. Can somebody get me a Borderland Ranger? Grand Prix winner constructed playable Borderland Ranger? I'll add Sylvan Ranger too, because Sylvan Ranger's not in the base cube. But I think it's interesting if green's role is like, what if we went bigger or more colors? Oh, the stag. The stag. Growth spasm. Ondu Giant's pretty cool. Is Harrow cool? Honestly, no. Not really. I mean, there's a lot of rampant green. I think there's some interesting rampant green. Also, we're adding Garrick Wildspeaker. Garrick Wildspeaker. Elvish Piper, get in here. Kozilek's Predator. Oh my god. Master of the Wild Hunt. One of the coolest cards of all time. Just like, this is perfect. This card is so perfect. Oh my god. Oracle of Moldiah. And by perfect, I mean, at the time was probably not too in line with their sensibilities because it's a callback, but then they're like, wait a minute. This is cool. Hey, hold on. The Vengabus? I'd rather play Wolf. Vengabus just won't see any play, right? Pelucranos? Maybe after Thragtusk rotates. Or Siege... Rhino... Fuck! Shit! I did it wrong! Overrun? Actual factual overrun? Shit. I'm stupid. I could play Ant Queen. Stampeding Rhino, my beloved. The amount of draft decks I won with this card. Whew, it's basically a worse Cudgel Troll that it plays completely differently. Dagathur for the 6th month. Welcome back. How you doing? I'm back. P.S. I see your Discord message. I believe I did. I was a little busy over the weekend and then kind of KO'd yesterday. But I'll take a look at it. We already have Acidic Slime in here, thankfully. Rampaging Baloths, Avenger of Zendikar. Pierogi's Behemoth. Oh, Palaka Worm. Oh my god. Terastodon. Scavenging Ooze is already in the cube, I think. Methinks. It is. We only need 4 other cards. Oh, Summoning Trap's kind of funny. Yeah, I'll play Summoning Trap. Summoning Trap also, I don't mean this in a bad way, does feel like a James Turner card. Where somebody tries to hit him with the summoning trap and he goes like, haha, well, you hit my trap card. And it's that. And then he whiffs on the summoning trap. Oh, Elvish Visionary might be okay. I think green might be a little fucked up in cube already. Elvish Visionary. Is Sylvan Advocate in this cube? I think I cut it, but now that there are creature lands, yeah, let's add Sylvan Advocate. We already have Tireless Tracker. Oh, James, if you don't have it, YJ has an OG printing of Thrun for like $1. And I genuinely thought about buying it just because I was like, damn, that's a cool card to pick up. But it's probably better reserved for, you know, somebody trying to actually do something with it. You got it? As in you've already picked it up? I'm adding Great Sable Stag. God, I love Great Sable Stag. Okay, okay, check this out. Oh, wait, shit, I'm over. I'm over by 2. So what do I want to cut? I actually don't know if I want Nasty Terrasty, because World Breaker, then maybe I don't want World Breaker. You ever think about that? I don't want World Breaker because it has a colorless requirement. I don't want that. I don't think we need that. I also don't think we need Overrun. Because Garrick is an Overrun. Got it. Which means I actually get... oh, no, because I had the Visionary. Okay. Check out this green spread. Yep, it's on my desk right now. Let's go! Avenger of Zendikar, Awakening Zone, Borderland Ranger, Elvish Piper, Elvish Visionary, Explorer, Garrick Wildspeaker, Great Sable Stag, Growth Spasm, Jiraga Tree Speaker, Kozilek's Predator, Lotus Cobra, Master of the Wild Hunt, Nest Invader, Oracle of Moldiah, Overgrown Battlement, Palaka Worm, Rampaging Baloths, Summoning Trap, Sylvan Advocate, Sylvan Ranger, Terastodon, Vines of Vastwood, Wolfbriar Elemental, and as a nod to the Eldrazi, From Beyond. Whew. So now I have to remember what I'm actually doing. We need 20 cards in gold. So we could do 2 per 2 color pair. It just started hailing here. I buy that, Angel. It is fucking freezing here. Well, it feels like it should be warmer than it is, I guess. What the hell is that Voice of Resurgence? Did you see that? What is that Voice of Resurgence? I don't, look at how many gold cards there are. Okay, so we can ignore these mostly. Oh, right. So I need 20 gold cards. And I could do 2 per. We did have to skip some of them. Ooh, Garrick Relentless. Hold on, I'm changing my decision. Hey, James, which Garrick do you prefer? Garrick Relentless or Garrick Wildspeaker? I think I know the answer. But they're both pretty... Yeah, it's the Relentless. Yeah, okay. Which makes me actually want to cut this and add Overrun back in. I'll cut the Elvish Piper. We don't need Elvish Visionary, excuse me, not Piper. Piper's staying in. We have better blink targets. And I think Overrun is actually just cool. Min Min back for the 15th month. Oh boy, hold on one second. Hey Benjamin, really cool seeing you work on building this cube for James Turner on stream. The amount of thought you put into the cards, the balance, and the overall feel of it really shows how much you care about the craft of the game. It's one thing to play Magic well, but designing something for someone else to enjoy is a whole different level. Stuff like this really highlights how thoughtful and passionate you are about the game. Keep it up. Thank you, Minmin. I had the horrifying thought of what if these are all generated by ChatGPT? But I'm not going to wish that. I'm not going to put that evil on you. It just... Yeah, but how genuine and blessed these posts are warm the cockles of my heart. God, I hope they're not ChatGPT. Thank you for the 15 months. Welcome back. Okay. Gold cards. I wish there was a way to prevent Firefox from ever wanting me to group tabs. Yeah, I think they touch on certain things a little too particularly that make me believe that it's genuine. Did you know that it's Min Min backwards spells Cobra? Okay. Green. Gold cards, folks. Gold cards. 2 per color. We have some options. Oh. Do I want to add a... No, nobody's drafting 5 color, right? Is somebody drafting 5 color? Should I add a Niv Mizzet... Here's a question. Should I add Niv Mizzet Reborn here for somebody drafting 5 color? Or what I could do... They shouldn't draft 5 color? Well, they want to draft 5 color. They're going to draft 5 color. Chromanticore is not in the cube. I want to find a card to cut for this Niv Mizzet then. But then my numbers are all off. Fuck. Yeah, have I met the people who will mostly be drafting this? See, now this is a trap, because if I say I'm people, then you go like, ooh, awkward. He thinks he's drafting this. Yeah, I guess Door to Nothingness is in the cube. Right? We put Door to Nothingness in the cube? Yeah, somebody's trying to draft 5 color. Is Omniscience in this cube? Should Omniscience be in this cube? What if... Go with me on this journey, chat. What if we cut 1 green card and add Niv Mizzet Reborn? Or cut 1 colorless card. Let's cut a colorless card. Niv Mizzet is going to be a green card, right? I mean, it's a 5 color card, but like for sure a green card. I just think like the payoff of somebody opening a pack with Niv Mizzet and being like, this is all I want to do is way too huge. That's too fun. I don't want to remove that as an opportunity from somebody's hands. The question is, do I want to add more 3 color cards? Because I did one. Did I do 1 or 2 3 colors per? I think multiple, right? We have Butcher of the Horde. Or did I do one? I did one. Because this has Muldrotha as my Sultai card. I think I did one. Or do I have Beckcall and Tameo? I only did one. Am I adding more 3-colored cards? I think so. But only the enemy? Or I only had enemy colored cards. I think it's okay if some of the colors are lopsided. Okay, so how about this? How about this? Because I'm looking for 20 new multicolored cards. I could do 10, one of each per color. For 2-color pair. One of each per 3-color enemy color combination. And then 5 cool cards, which can be allied enemy color, and that lets me put in Niv Mizzet and friends, and maybe even Chromanticore. Because then that lets me do Niv Mizzet. Because I cut Chromium, right? Chromium wasn't in here. Yeah, that lets me do like Niv Mizzet, Nicol Bolas, God Pharaoh, Nicol Bolas the Ravager, Zakama, and like, am I just including 3 Nicol Bolases? James, how do you feel about Nicol Bolas? I kind of want to add Dark Intimations. Oh, well, we could do Chromanticore, Nicol Bolas. Sorry, Chromanticore, Niv Mizzet, Nicol Bolas God Pharaoh, Nicol Bolas the Ravager, and could do, I mean, Chromium's pretty cool, but why am I doing 2 blue-black ones? Like, I don't want to expand into some of these. Oh, it lets me include a Tameo too. Actually, I get to play a Tameo. So what if I do, because Bant is the opposite of Grixis, as we all know. So Niv Mizzet, Chromanticore, Tameo, Nicol Bolas Creature, Nicol Bolas Planeswalker. Not this Nicol Bolas Planeswalker, this Nicol Bolas Planeswalker. Okay, easy. Yeah, easy money, easy money. We got it. Good job, everybody. Chromanticore, Niv Mizzet Reborn, Tameo Field Researcher, Nicol Bolas God Pharaoh, and Nicol Bolas the Ravager. Is there a reason you hate Bant? What? Because you love Bolas so much? I think there's a world where if this allowed for Alara, like a version of this cube that allows for Alara as well, like modern era like cube, you could have Nicol Bolas being the Grixis like shard. Okay. And then we need 1 card per color combination. And then 5 other 3-colored cards. So let me get this sorted in front of me, and then I'll show you actually, babes. Oh, that does not help the way I wanted to. I mean, kinda. So for Azorius, we have Cloudblazer, Dragonlord Ojutai, Geist of Saint Traft, Reflector Mage, Sphinx's Revelation, Venser the Sojourner. Here are some options for cards that we could add. Absorb, Azorius Charm, Azor the Lawbringer, Deputy of Detention, Detention Sphere. Elite Vanguard or Elite Guard Mage. Technically Judge's Familiar. Ojutai's Command. Reflect Mage is already in the cube. Spell Queller. Teferi, Hero of Dominaria, or Supreme Verdict. My inkling says Teferi, Hero of Dominaria, or Supreme Verdict. I knew you were going to say Spell Queller. I knew chat was good. Chat loves Spell Queller. We got a reasonable amount of sweepers. It is a little odd that Supreme Verdict, such an iconic card, is not in here. I think that because we're upping the power level of the cube, I kind of want to just play Teferi, Hero of Dominaria. Made you quit Standard? Or Verdict. But Verdicts... Or Time Wipe. I think, given the era, it should probably be Supreme Verdict. Verdict is harder to cast. God, this is tough. Genuinely very tough. Like, Supreme Verdict is such a blue-white card. The problem is with Supreme Verdict is that it actually just doesn't matter that much. Maybe that's why. But maybe that's a plus because blue-white's already a fucking frustrating... a very frustrating color combination. Yeah, D-Sphere was pretty good too. And iconic. Like, maybe that's a, okay, so that's a positive for Supreme Verdict, is that the uncounterable nature of the card doesn't actually matter that much. There's not a ton of counter magic running around. Which makes it less impactful. It's a difficult card to cast, but maybe that's okay. Because blue-white is already going to be a pretty fucked up color combination. So maybe you just say, like, this is why it's here. It's because realistically, it's a harder to cast Wrath of God and a worse kind of Wrath of God. Like, it's basically just worse Day of Judgment, but people don't look at it as worse Day of Judgment. People look at it as like, oh shit, I can be blue-white with Supreme Verdict. How do I lose? Teferi is incredibly iconic, incredibly powerful. Would be a reasonable card to talk about for, like, I actually think this is the best card in the cube. Is worse because there's less counter magic, for sure. But does blue-white need another over-the-top card? You know? Maybe that's okay. I'm kind of convincing myself that it should be Teferi. I think it should be Teferi. I think it's Teferi. You know why I'm okay with it being Teferi? I'm okay with it being Teferi, and I mean this in the nicest way possible. I'm okay with it being Teferi because the only person among the play group that James would be drafting this with that I would be scared of having Teferi is myself. Like, and I'm not saying this to be like rude. Look, this is not a card that lines up with the tournament history, play patterns, and experience levels of the other members of Loading Ready Run. It's like me, and then like on the off chance that like, I don't know, like Marshall or I don't know, like Melissa. Tell you what, if I'm in a pod with like Melissa Del Toro or maybe Marshall, like, yeah, maybe I'm gonna lose to this Teferi. I'm trying to think of like other people that we might draft this with that are like Cedric, but Cedric's gonna prefer an aggressive deck. I'm gonna put Teferi. I'm not, yeah. And if I see Teferi and I'm drafting, if we're doing this for a Friday Night Paper Fight and I see Teferi, I might skip it. I might skip it because I'm like, we don't need another round where I like lock out Cameron or something. You know? Huh? Yeah, there's a Mulder here. She's licking her tail. I can't tell if she's getting up or falling back asleep. Hi, do you want to lick me? I might be irrational, but I hate the +1 Teferi. This card's very good. It's very good. It dominated a standard format. It's quite strong. I am understanding of that. Oh, 1 second. 7:30. Okay, great. Blue-black. Let's talk blue-black. So the blue-black cards that we have are Ashiok Nightmare Weaver, Hostage Taker, Far and Away, the Scarab God. Where are you? Oh, it's all the way down here. The Scarab God, Thief of Sanity, and Tyrant Scorn. Is Scarab God too good? Scarab God is like a reasonable card. I mean, it might be a very powerful card in this cube, but it'll be fine. My first thoughts. A lot of the blue-black cards are very build around. Like Evil Twin's not bad. It's another clone. Clones are fun. People like clones. You could do Duskmantle Guildmage for the mill, but the mill is currently mono blue, and I actually think the mill cards pair better with green and blue. Or green and white, excuse me. Enter the God Eternals. This is a fun card. This card is fucked up. It also, Enter the God Eternals is a pretty powerful mill card too. Dragonlord Silumgar. This card is really strong and actually gives blue-black another top end. It has Scarab God, but like, maybe that's it. Time Seize from Alara, unfortunately. Dinrova Horror is another one too. Dinrova Horror is very good. If somebody wants to go like blue-black, like Blink. I think it's between Dinrova Horror and Dragonlord Silumgar. Kind of like having Dragonlord Silumgar. Horror is more classic for the era. This card did not see play in... It was fine in this limited environment. Not great, actually. Oh, Consuming Aberration actually might be the goated card. Hold on. Nash, you might be right. because this card was sideboard in some control decks of the era. And this is the kind of card you wouldn't open a Dinrovahor and be like, well, I guess I'm in blue-black. You would open this and go like, well, I'll do blue-black. Dinrovahor became more of a thing in Pauper and in the Modern Horizons limited environment. It's not bad. Silumgar was played in Standard and in Vintage Cube for a while. Like, this card was like a banger. I'm going to include it because it's so cool. Another another option other than Dragonlord Silumgar is the other Silumgar. Silumgar the Drifting Death. A 3/7 flying hexproof. Kind of just ends the game. Whenever a dragon you control attacks. Gives you kind of a build around for dragons. I'm going to do Dragonlord Silumgar. I think that card's really cool. But I think either of them would be fine. Frankly. Red-black. An update is available. What do you mean? I didn't do anything. Red-black. We have Angrath, Captain of Chaos. Ooh. Ooh. Dreadbore. Falconwrath Aristocrat. Judith, Scourge Diva. Colligan's Command. Olivia Voldarin. That's it. I mean, those are good cards. Don't get me wrong. So I think the black-red one, we have a couple of options here. Some of them are sexier than the others. I think our options are Rakdos's Return, iconic magic card, splashable magic card, really powerful, really fucking cool. Mogus, God of Slaughter. This is a card that is beloved and annoying as hell. Mayhem Devil's really good, fits into a theme, but it's a little too... This card is too much of a Throne of Eldraine card, if you know what I mean. Cut to Ribbons, although it doesn't... I mean, it is a multicolored card. I feel like Rakdos's Command is just more iconic, and I'm okay not adding more removal to the cube. I think the cube already has a ton of removal. And then Actual Factual Angrath. Because this card saw a lot of play. It was a lot of fun. Pretty good. A lot better than it looks in practice. But I think... And Bloodhall Priest is kind of cool. I think it's Rakdos's Return. That card's too cool. It also gives a nice parity between... Sphinx's Revelation and Rakdos's Return, which means that you could be in a green ramp deck and, you know, you could be prompted by one of the two choices, or you could just go 5-color ramp and play both. But Rakdos's Return, like this card saw so much play. So much play. Oh my God. Red-green. The red-green cards we have so far. Where's my Gruul? Oh, there it is. Domri Rod. Where'd you go? This one. Domri. Dragonlord Atarka. Gore Clan Rampager. Huntmaster of the Fells. Which I don't know if you picked up the Thrun, I hope you picked up that Huntmaster too. Thrash Threat. Where's Thrash Threat? Sure did. That's my boy. Thrash Threat. Where's Thrash Threat? Oh, right here. And Zertog Goblin. Now, we have a couple of options for red-green as well. We have Xenagos the Reveler. This Planeswalker saw some play in Standard, Canadian Highlander, pet card, pretty cool. Xenagos God of Revels, same kind of thing. This card just kills people. Kills people hard. Rurik Thar is kind of a funny no control card. Kind of want to put Rurik Thar in here, actually. I've just kind of, I stopped myself in the tracks. Because Rurik Thar saw play in Constructed. Mostly a sideboard card, but did see some play. Saw play in Canlander too. Like, this card is good. It does a thing. Pretty reasonable, like, pretty reasonable card for the green-red decks to play, or like a green deck to splash if they're worried about control. Rhythm of the Wild, pretty popular. It's kind of cool to have an enchantment that does a thing, but I worry that this card will do anything. Ravager Worm, powerful. It's a little too new, though. I mean, it's fine. This card saw play. I mean, Spellbreaker is just a fine card. Fanatic of Xenagos, terrible magic card, but people love it. And then another Domri. I've already convinced myself it's Rurik Thar. Who doesn't want to play Rurik Thar? Why would you not want to play Rurik? I mean, blue white. That's who doesn't want to play Rurik Thar. And then last but not least, we have Selesnya. So our Selesnya cards are going to be the ones that we have already. Armada Worm. Where's the penis? There it is. Armada Worm. Dramoka's Command. Fleecemane Lion. Loxodon Smiter. This little ditty. And Voice of Resurgence. Where are you? There you are. I have some thoughts. March of the Multitudes is very much a James Turner card. We could add March of the Multitudes. Unflinching Courage is a very fun card that people like to slap on and kill something. Any of these Tristanis are fine. Or Tolsimir. Sigarda obviously is pretty fucking big and from Innistrad. Sigarda is pretty great. Renegade Rallier is kind of interesting because it plays into an Aristocrats deck. Good with fetches. Good like everywhere. Renegade Rallier is currently my like, we should add this. Also because I just want more threes for like Blink and mid-range decks. I think it's Renegade Rallier. Yeah, I don't want Knight of Autumn. It feels too... Knight of Autumn's another card that feels very Throne of Eldraine coded. Renegade Rallier. Renegade Rallier is cool. I like that card a lot. It's fun. It's a human. That's also a big boon. A human that can return to Thalia's Lieutenant. Okay. Did I do this right? Oh, I didn't actually add the blue-white one to Fairy. Hero of Dom. And then 3 or 5 3-color cards. The enemy colored cards just aren't good enough. I mean, we already have the good ones. Don't get me wrong. But like this was still very much from an era where they're like, hey, you don't get these. You don't get these. So I just want to add more cons cards because I think cons cards are big sellers here. God, there's so many cool cards to play in this era. Ooh, the War Leader's Helix. Ooh, the War Leader's Helix. Jesus, how many gold cards are there? Okay. Let's talk Abzan. Steam Augury saw some play. Cap? Okay, for Abzan, so far for the 3-color cards, we have 2 cards. I have Anafenza the Foremost and Siege Rhino. Abzan Charm and Dune Blast. Or Ready and Willing. Ready and Willing is legit fucking cool. But I think it's got to be Abzan Charm. This card is just so cool. It may be that some number of charms just end up in here because people like charms. Alternatively, what if we just add the charms? What if we just add the 5 charms? People like charms. We could just add the charms. People like charms. All of them are pretty good. Abzan Charm, Jeskai Charm, Temur, like legitimately all of them are good. Sultai Charm, Mardu Charm. Temur, Mardu, Jeskai, Sultai, Abzan. What? Did it not add Temur Charm? I'm a little worried as to where Temur Charm went. Mardu. I think that's it. We have some of the ascendancies. Oh shit. That's what happened. All right, please hold. Please hold. I added the gold cards to the wrong sheet. So I need to unfuck myself. Which is pretty easy. I remember what we added. Abzan Charm. Sultai Charm. Rakdos' Return. God, this cube looks so dope. This cube looks pretty damn good. Not to toot my own horn here. Also, a great way of determining whether or not the like proposed additions are worth it. Where's the other one? 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. Okay. That's in 5 color. 11. Oh, the Selesnya, right. Renegade Rallier. Okay. So running through this again. Teferi for blue-white. For blue-black, Dragon Lord Silumgar. For Rakdos, it's Rakdos' Return. For Gruul, it's Rurik Thar. And for Selesnya, it's Renegade Rallier. And then we are adding Abzan Charm, Temur Charm, Jeskai Charm, Mardu Charm, and Sultai Charm. So this is the 180 cards that we are going to be adding to James Turner's cube. I'm going to put these in a maybe board, and then I'm also going to create a second cube. So I'm going to do bulk edit. Give me all of these. And is this the 2010s? This is bulk edit. Considering. Save that. And then let's pull up the other one. Vortex. Cube. Dude, you look cube. You're looking awfully cube, babe. Ooh. There we go. Okay. Oh, I'm gonna split the printings. Oh yeah. Well, I already kind of did it. This doesn't have all the accurate printings. But I am going to get this on Cube Cobra. I'm also going to get this. Don't worry if you're freaking out. You will get a. you will get a link. I promise, babe. It's okay. I'm not going anywhere. Okay, so we have that. The Decade Cube, 2010's, 720. Pasting some text. Cancel upload. What do you mean there's problems? You don't want no problems with me. Copy for Magic the Gathering Online Edition. Import. Paste. Add cards. Commit. Memory. Add. Dusk Dawn. Add. I'm not a huge fan of the changes made to Cube Cobra's UI. I think they're not great. And I know that they changed them to make it more accessible for mobile. That feels like not where you want to be. Seems a little unnecessary, is what I'm saying. Does this give me 720 cards? There's the Moxfield link for all those that are excited. Who the fuck manages a cube on mobile? I don't know. I don't know. They have the data, I don't. They have the data, and I don't. Yeah, this cube's dope. I'm very excited to eventually play it. In both forms. I think that the 720 and the 540. I mean, I imagine this is just purely me talking out my ass, mind you. I imagine it might be because people did just start using Moxfield for Cube. They're just like, well, it's easier to operate, you know, make changes on the go or whatever. Or update the additions of the cards in the cube. And everybody uses Moxfield. Get your 540 done for a Friday Night Paper Fight at the end of April. Hell yeah. You at some between now and then, I will be in Seattle and also Angel will be in Victoria. Which you should put Angel down for the Friday Night Paper Fight for 8 players on that one. That's my only ask. That's the cost. James, this isn't for a charge or for any reason other than I think it's cool and fun and also helping, you know, I like to help people. But if we draft this in April, you got to put me and Angel on the draft. I think that would be fun. I'm waiting for the Cube Cobra link to update. Oh, speak of the devil. Now that's interesting. You're calling this a 141 card cube. Well, time to delete this cube. Time to delete this cube and try it all over again. I promise you I'll get you the Cube Cobra link. This is a dope cube. Very excited. Personal computers in 2026? Yeah. If you got a job, usually. It is wild to me that there may be people out there that do not have a desktop computer. Or at the very least a laptop, you know? Oh, don't export that. Import, import. Import. Paste text. Export. Copy from Moto. My wife runs everything off her iPad. That's fucked up. But I mean, power to her. I am very classically millennial coded of like, you know, I make big purchases on my desktop as opposed to my phone. And I know that that's something that people make fun of, like younger people, mostly. But like also, yeah, of course I do. Do you know how safe my desktop computer is? If this shit got out, my life is over. I have to make sure I'm behind a quadrillion. I'm behind 50 proxies. I am behind 50 proxies and want to make sure I have my calendar and my email open also just up in front of me at the same time. You know? I don't know. I always found that to be a very weird thing to be like, check out what the millennials are doing. And it's like, yeah. Okay. Very weird thing. Not to get generations fighting against each other, because we're all in this together. You don't, these people, they say they make all these big purchases on their phone. They don't even use protection. You just gotta, if you're buying an airplane ticket on your phone, wear a condom. Wear a condom. And if you don't have a penis, put the condom over your phone. I'm waiting for this Cube Cobra link to update. This deck's sick. This cube is sick. 2 Bloodthrone vampires. Uh-oh. Woot, 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 woot. Dive, dive. We gotta add another black creature. Shit. Another, oh, vampire aristocrat. Vampire aristocrat. Oh, 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 thank God. Oh, thank God. Oh no, I gotta fucking remove, edit, remove Bloodthrone. Add vampire aristocrat. Save changes. Is that it? Is that our only double outside of the duels? Looks like it. So far. So far. Do I have the 180 list separate? Yeah. So for those that want to look at both of these cubes. Oh, shit. Did this work? This worked out the way I wanted to. Great. I was going to remove some colorless cards that I didn't. So what happened? Oh, because I was thinking of 5. No. We're not done. We're not done. We're not done. I forgot that's why the numbers are like this. We're not done. We're not done, folks. We're not done. We're not done. We're not done. I got to remove 5. No, we accommodated Niv Mizzet. Or no, I didn't. Did we? No, we accommodated 4 Niv Mizzet. But I have to add 5 enemy colored cards. Yes, I did. No, I did. Because I was going to do 2 per, and then I swapped how I was going to do it and said, I'm not cutting anything. I already have my 5 Wooburg cards. Yeah. I said, you said I didn't? Beg for your life. Beg for your life. You're real confident, huh? You're popping all that good shit. That's right. I pull back, and then ban you right now. Hold on. When did you last subscribe? Didn't you subscribe today? I'm not banning you. I'm not banning you. I'm not banning you. In fairness, you didn't ban a card, so I am, right? Classic Twitch chatter. Classic Twitch chatter. What the heck do you put this cube in? You could use a 2-column. I think a 2-column BCW box would be great. Hashtag non-sponsored. Yeah. That way, because if you take a 2-column, you're going to be able to have all the cards and the basic lands and maybe even tokens. We need to add, what we need to do, chat, is we need to add 5 enemy colored cards and then remove 5 colorless cards. So I need to add 5 enemy colored cards. Lightning Helix, unfortunately, not a legal inclusion. These fascists didn't put Lightning Helix back into the format until way late. Okay. Orzhov. The Orzhov cards that we have are Cartel Aristocrat. Oh, I already know what I'm adding. Sorry. Sorry, everybody. I don't care about your opinion. Sorry. Oops. Oops. We're adding Cruel Celebrant. We're adding Cruel Celebrant. Cruel Celebrant. Oops, we got to reinforce 2 different decks at the same time. 3 different decks, actually. This card's a vampire. It goes in tokens, and it's an Aristocrats card. All right, easy peasy. Is it? So right now, our is it cards are Desperate Ravings, which is not going to be here. Is it Charm? Jory N. Oh, it's Keranos. I'm sorry. I don't. Why are you even here, babe? Why are you even here? You could have slept in. It's Keranos. It's Keranos. This is Dead Bodies by Air from the Virgin Suicides OST. Keranos. God of the Forge. No, wait. You're God of the Storm. All right, easy money. Wow, this is so easy. Black-green, baby. Black-green. Where'd you go? Golgari. Golgari has Abrupt Decay, Assassin's Trophy, Dreg Mangler, the Juice, a Grim Flayer. Where'd you go? The Grim Flayer, Ishkana, not pictured, and Vraska the Unseen. I mean, is this the Nyx Weaver? Is this the Gitrog monster? Oh, is this the Winding Constrictor? Oh, Reaper of the Wilds is a good one. Winding Constrictor's pretty good. Rakshasa Death Dealer is pretty strong too. Lotleth Troll's pretty good. Oh, Journey to Eternity. My Cousin Azoni. Grizzly Salvage. Yeah, Golgari Queen's pretty good. 1738. Oh, we could play Golgari Charm. Find Finality, also banger. Bailoff, no. Yeah, I kind of like Golgari Charm. Golgari Charm just has some sick tech. Like the regen. Life Death is not in that overalls, actually. Hold on. The Underrealm Lich. Damn, we got some banging cards here. Putrefy is also kind of sick. I think I want Golgari Charm. Golgari Charm is so cool. Hi. You have a poop? Aurelia, the War Leader. Oh, we could add Assemble the Legion here. Aurelia, the War Leader, Boros Reckoner, Deflecting Palm, Nahiri the Harbinger, Tajic Legion's Edge, and War Leader's Helix. Oh, it should be Heroic Reinforcements. I feel like this is a card James would have drafted. Right? Feel like Heroic Reinforcements is pretty up James's alley. Sure did. All right, that's all I need. Goes in the humans deck, goes in the tokens deck, goes in the spell slinging. Oh, it's not a humans. It's still good. Kills people. You don't need much. Ride down's pretty good. Simic. Luigi. Ah, fuck, I did that thing again, mate. I'm updating the wrong sheet. Oh, this is a chunky Moxfield list. So we added Keranos, Cruel Celebrant, Golgari Charm, Heroic Reinforcements. Gotta be Shamble Shark. No sharks. Also, I think I already added a shark. So I don't know if I'm following my own logic here, but no sharks. Copy paste the Scryfall search? Yes. Somebody gave a Scry... I hope they're still listening, but somebody gave a Scryfall search in the comment of the last VOD, and I tried it, and it excluded a bunch of cards, and I don't know why. Mostly cards that were originally printed outside of that realm. I didn't mention what's in Simic here. Growth Spiral, Hedonist Climb, Hydroid Krasis, Cure the Crashing Wave, Simic Charm, and Tatiova. Ice Feather Aven? Kiora's Follower? Kiora Behemoth Beckoner? Oh, Master Biomancer? Ooh, oh, Prime Speaker Zagana. Never mind. Yeah, never mind. Prime Speaker Zagana. That card fucks. That's a card that I would be upset to not be in this cube. Prophet of Crufix, I just don't think would be good enough. This card just ends the game. Could you imagine playing a Blink deck where you go Thragtusk into Zagana? Oh, good heavens. It's just too cool. Sagumar is also not a bad card to add here, but like, yeah. Okay. So we get to remove 5 colorless cards. I think Captain's Claws might be an okay card to cut. Oh, I should add... Go here. This is the 540. I'll get it. Sideboard. Considering? How do I just add to considering from here? Considering. Cruel Celebrant. Golgari Charm. Prime Speaker. Is it Z-E-G Zagana? You don't see the value in Staff of Nin? Have you never loved before or been loved? What do you mean you don't see the value? Babe, it draws you an extra card every turn and pings them. Oh. Now, granted, it might get cut. But come on, it's so good. What am I missing? Blue, oh, is it? What was the is it? Oh, Keranos. God of Storms. I think is this gonna work out? What the hell? What is it 1? I'll be damned if I open up something else. Oh, you know what we could do instead of Golgari Charm? And tell me if you think this is all right. Deathrite Shaman. We could put Deathrite Shaman in here. I don't know if we want to play Deathrite Shaman, but we can. Oh, Zagana. Instead of Golgari Charm. That also, I mean, we already have Is It Charm? Maybe I don't even want Is It Charm. Golgari Charm, I think, plays better. It's like interesting to want to. Oh, okay. Well. Oh, there's no comma. It's not Prime Speaker Zakama. Okay, I need to figure out which cards we are cutting from the colorless. And then we can do the other colorless swap. I think Captain's Clause is a pretty easy cut. Captain's Clause, especially because we're adding different equipment, better equipment. Endless One. I don't know how I feel about Endless One. I just don't think it's that sexy. Endless One. Should Endless One be swapped for Quicksilver Amulet anyways? Maybe? Endless One's kind of fun because you could be like an aggro deck. Yeah, you know what it is? Endless One's in here because if you're an aggro deck and you just need something to play on curve, it's a reasonable card to have. But like, that's going to be less of an issue as we are adding just a larger card pool, I think. You just have more cards and more options to go to multicolored cards too. I don't hate cutting Ratchet Bomb. Spyglass I like. Hedron Crawler. I also don't think we need. Oh, maybe Fleet Wheel? Fleet Wheel's kind of fun. Trading Post? Precursor Golem. Is Revoker exciting? It's a creature. It's going to be good. Oblivion Sower. I mean, it gets you to your Eldrazi. I could cut Gate to the... Oh, I should cut Gate to the Afterlife. That's actually smart. I mean, realistically, should this deck just be... This deck shouldn't be on Gate. Well, no, because Gate's kind of fun. You can do some stuff with it. But once you get up to so many cards, you're not realistically getting the combo. And I don't want people to go searching for it. Okay, so what I'm going to do with this... I can't cut Shrine because James wants Shrine. That is in there because James wants Shrine of Burning Rage. That's his gimme. Crawler. Gate to the Afterlife. And then over here, we remove considering, or sideboard, I guess. Captain's Claws. Endless one. Ratchet Bomb. Hedron Crawler. Gate to the Afterlife. Then we cut the Captain's Claws. Endless one. Ratchet Bomb. Oh, it's getting chunky. Ratchet Bomb. Did I get the Crawler already? I did not. Hedron Crawler and then Gate to the Afterlife. So this has the 720 here. And then has the sideboard of these 5 that get... That's the 5 there that get swapped. And then so if you look at it through this one, you have the 5 cards that get cut when you add this. Maybe sideboard is the better place to put it. No, because that would clog it up a little too much. Okay, I think that's it. I gotta update Cube Cobra for the 720, but Kronos, Cruel Celebrant, Golgari Charm, Prime Speaker Zagana, Heroic Reinforcements, remove Captain's Claws, Hedron Crawler, Gate to the Afterlife, Endless one. Why can't I Ratchet Bomb? Great. Okay. So I'm going to drop some links in chat here. This is the 540 cube. All these will be in the description of the VOD too. This is the 540 cube that also shows the 180 cards that you would add, or I guess 185 cards that you would add. And then the 5 cards you also take out in the considering. So that way you have the base cube if you want that. And then you have the option to switch it based off of that. But the base cube itself is also pretty incredible. Then you have the expanded version. This is the, I'm going to unlist this. This is the version that we made today with all the changes, including the 5 cards that were no longer in this list, but are in the 100 card. But I guess you don't actually need that because you're just looking at the 540 anyways. So let's do that. Because I think the sideboard might make it more confusing than anything. Just do this. So that's the 720. And then here's the Cube Cobra list. I think that's the right one. I hope it is. Yeah, great. Nash, thank you for gifting a sub to Dutch Moose. That's very kind of you. Glad to have you. Good to see you. Also, hold on. Olio, I'm sorry I missed you. But this is a while. So for 76 months, I'm taking this opportunity to pitch $1,000 idea. Those Bart Simpson Gulf War shirts, except it's Battle for Zendikar. Thank you for everything. How have you been? Wowie, 76 months. Thank you, Olio. I kind of fuck with that. I survived Modern Horizons 3. I survived Battle for Zendikar. And it sucked. Damn. I was there, dude, and it sucked. Yeah. Okay, I'm going to call it there. Short stream, but I was planning on taking a pretty short stream today anyways. And now I got to clean because I have a cat sitter coming by later tonight. And anytime somebody comes to the house, I freak out and have to clean everything. So thanks for watching, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. I hope you enjoy this cube, James, and look forward to seeing this on Friday Night Paper Fight at some point in time. James has also been tweeting about it, or what do they call it in Blue Sky? Skeeting? Has been skeeting about it all over the place. And so, you know, you could tune into that as he finds more cards in his collection and shares them. I'm going to be doing a sponsored stream tomorrow night. I don't actually know how long it'll take, but who knows? Maybe we'll do some more ARAMs with the community as well. So I'm doing that tomorrow night and then regular streaming throughout the rest of the week. Thanks for watching, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. Let me drop your kids off somewhere. Somewhere. Also, you can help support the channel through that bunch of ways. So many ways. Oh, is nobody streaming? Paul's playing a video game? What the fuck? He does that? That's wild. Go watch Paul play a video game and I'll see y'all tomorrow. Bye! Oh, where's the button?